Vlogineers, this is our guide to Albuquerque with kids, and we are going to show you the fun things you can do here. Today we are going to try to tackle 7 attractions, and our first stop is the Anderson Abruzzo Albuquerque International Balloon Museum. This museum explores the history, science, and technology of ballooning and lighter-than-air aviation. The first passengers on a hot air balloon were a duck, a sheep, and a rooster. Why do people have complicated names? This is Jacques Alexandre Caesar Char. We're climbing inside the Double Eagle, which was the first balloon to cross the Atlantic Ocean.
That balloon looks like a hot dog.
This interactive display shows you the flight path of various balloons. In this section, we're learning about weather. Next is the science of flight. Let's go catch a show at the theater. Now we're watching a 4D movie. We're entering an aircraft that looks like a sphere. Echo. Echo. Hello, can you hear me? I'm sure you can because there's an echo. Now brother is going to try doing some nodding and weaving. Lastly, we're playing with a hot air balloon flight simulator. We had so much fun at the Albuquerque International Balloon Museum. Don't forget to check out the gift shop before you leave. Our second attraction is the Sandia Peak Tramway. Unfortunately, the tramway is closed due to weather right now, so we're going to head to the next destination. Our third stop is the National Museum of Nuclear Science and History. This museum gives its visitors a memorable and vivid understanding of nuclear science and history. First, we're learning about nanotechnology. We're using magnets to manipulate the black matter. Next, we're playing with more hands-on exhibits. We also learned that nuclear power is what makes time travel possible. Now we're checking out Little Albert's lab. There are even more interactive exhibits for you to play with. It's time to check out the Things Come Apart exhibit, where we go to see everyday objects disassembled on display. Lastly, brother is going to recite the first 26 digits of pi.
3.141592653397932384622. Absolutely. Excellent.
Let's exit through the gift shop. Our fourth stop is the Turquoise Museum. Founded in 1993, this museum features the largest collection of natural turquoise on display in the world. We're visiting them in their new facility, an 8,000 square foot mansion. These minor dolls are based on the museum founder, J.C. Zachary Jr. This stone looks like the profile of the first president. Turquoise is an opaque blue to green mineral that is a hydrated phosphate of copper and aluminum. Copper makes turquoise blue and iron makes it green. So most of these are probably copper, but like this one is iron. Now we're going to do some hands-on activities. We're trying to find out the origin of these gems. We're going up to the second level. In this gallery, we're viewing turquoise from different parts of the world. Here we're learning about the mystical qualities that turquoise possess. Their whole collection probably cost
thousands of dollars.
We found out that low-grade turquoise can be used as chalk. Lastly, we're trying to identify which turquoise are real and which one are imitations. We had so much fun at the Turquoise Museum. Our fifth stop is the Albuquerque Museum. Founded in 1967, this museum is one of the leading institutions for art, history, and culture in the Southwest. I'm having trouble reading this writing. I'm posing like the statue. Brother, I'm going to feed your stuffy to the wolf.
I can paint that.
Now we're going to check out the historical portion of the museum. Who's that tall person? We had an educational time at the Albuquerque Museum, and don't forget to check out the gift shop. Our sixth stop is the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center, and we'll be making some fry bread. Founded in 1976, this museum preserves and perpetuates the culture and history of the Pueblo people of New Mexico. Now we're going to check out ours, the Zia Sun exhibit. The Zia Sun symbol has become an international icon associated with the pride and prestige of the state of New Mexico. This museum also has many hands-on exhibits. Unfortunately, we couldn't make the fry bread due to weather. Just kidding, it's because there was a special event that was taking up all the culinary staff. We're gonna cut through Old Town Albuquerque to our last destination. Our seventh stop is the American International Rattlesnake Museum. This museum features the largest collection of different species of live rattlesnakes in the world.
The snake looks very fat.
We're watching a video of a man catching a deadly snake. There are also many interesting artifacts here. Here's a little memorial on Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter.
This is always a Japanese. They're a bit like a hare. It's
We're looking at even more snakes, and a turtle. Lastly, we're checking out the gift shop before we leave. Now we gotta take care of some unfinished business. We're back at Sandia Peak Tramway, and it looks like we're going to be able to complete all 7 of our attractions. This tramway transports you above deep canyons and breathtaking terrain a distance of 2.7 miles. And here we go. The Sandia Peak Tramway has the world's 3rd longest single span and is also the longest aerial tram in the United States. A trip up the mountain takes 15 minutes to ascend 3,819 feet. What a great view from the observation deck. Brother's trying to eat the snow. Now it's time for a snowball fight. It's time for my favorite snow game, rolling down the hill.
Hi. Hello.
Next, I'm attempting to make my first snow angel. Lastly, I'm burying brother in the snow.
You have to cover up.
Smile for a picture. Lastly, we arrived at Nativo Lodge. We just checked in at Nativo Lodge and we're going to give you a tour of our hotel room. So there's a king-size bed, a sofa, a flat-screen TV, a mini fridge, and there's a balcony. But it's too dark right now, so we'll show you the view tomorrow. You can stay in special guest rooms like this one that is created by contemporary Native American artists. And the one in this room was painted by Candace Kwan of the Zuni tribe.
I'm going to give you a tour of the bathroom. So there's a sink, and there's a toilet, and a shower, and that's all.
We had so much fun in Albuquerque. Stay tuned for part 2.
The snake is